Hello besties, welcome back to Down for Glam. My name is Gigi and this is going to be another fun video on my channel. Well, I do hope you think they're fun anyway. What we're going to do is a little experiment. So I watched a video by Kirsty Meakin the other day, and actually there's some trends going around. We're going to spend some time on those the rest of the week. But what Kirsty Meakin did the other day was make a palette ring. You know, one of those rings that has a palette on it. And she made hers look like those flat little palettes that you can buy that sort of look like they're marble or something, and they have gold on the outside. And she put that on a ring, and she made it all out of PolyGel. Well, I don't really want to make a ring. I do want to make some rings for the practice hand for Patsy, but the palette, I just want to have one of those cute ones that sits on the table. So I thought what we would do today is see if we can make one. And what I'm going to do is just throw down some different colors of PolyGel and see what we can do. We're going to kind of make a marbly sort of flat disc, but not exactly a disc because I don't want it to be exactly round. I want it to have, you know, shapes and stuff. Shapes and stuff, you know what I mean, edges and weird little areas. And I'm just going to put a little bit of all the colors of the Burano that I have. Well, not all of them. I didn't grab the nude, but I did grab the rest because I figured mixing them together would just, you know, make an interesting kind of look. And this one's the orange color changing. This one's the purple color changing. And now I'm going to try to not mix them up too much. Oops. I just want a little bit of alcohol here. Are you guys having a hard time finding alcohol? Whew. It's kind of crazy out there right now. Can't even order any online. Let's keep it real. Okay, I'm just gonna swirl this together a little, but not too much. We want all the colors to have their own little veins, right? So I'm just really kind of dragging. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, let's just sort of pat it out and try to smooth it, right? Oh, I'm already kind of digging what's happening here. And I'm gonna try to bring it out a little bit. Now, when Kirsty did her one for the ring, she had actually gold leaf. I don't have that, so what we're going to try to do is do some transfer foil. And I'm just trying to make sure we have some nice edges here and a good thickness. It's okay that it's irregular. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted an irregular shape. I don't need it to be exactly round or exactly square or anything. It's okay if it's a little off. That was a little sticky. We might have to make a couple of these. This is pretty cool. All right, I am going to cure this, and I'm sure it's going to take a minute, so, or a couple minutes. We will be right back. Okay, I put it in for 90 seconds, and as I kind of suspected, the white did not cure all the way. So what we're going to do is just get what's on there off. Wipe it right on there and smooth it out. Ooh, a little bit sticky. Oh wow, where did that little voice came from? That was interesting. That was an interesting little voice. It sounded like, remember that cartoon? What is that guy who doesn't like to shake hands, and he did that show, that game show with the suitcases, or the briefcases rather, and there was money in there, and Deal or No Deal, right? And then he had a cartoon years and years before that. Little Bobby or something, I forget. But that's what the voice reminded me of. Okay, I'm going to pop this back in the lamp. All right, what we're gonna do is just take this alcohol and wipe it down. So if you guys found a place to order alcohol, let me know, okay? Because Mama needs some alcohol. I'm just gonna take any little bits like this off. Kind of feel like maybe I wish I'd gone a little thicker, but it's our first one. It's my very first one, and I don't have a ton of, well, I've got PolyGel around. Not a whole ton, but enough to maybe do another one of these thicker, maybe a little bigger. I really like this one though. It's kind of cute. It's pretty smooth on the top. Once we get some top coat on there, it'll be nice. Just want to make sure it's nice and smooth though. That is my neighbors talking. I will try my best to cut those bits out. All right. Okay, what we're gonna do is shoo these little bugs away. They are driving me insane. I am just gonna take this nail foil glue it along the side here. Oops. All right, we're going to cure this up. Okay, now I'm just going to try to put this on there without breaking anything. And I had a comment on the video where I said I didn't like this, saying to stay with it, to keep rubbing, and it does seem to make a difference if you just keep rubbing. So this is going to be our little test for that, right? I don't actually have any that's pure just gold, so we're going to use this one that's got a lot of silver and other colors on it. Oh, that did not work at all. We might need to go again on that. Whatever it takes, no worries. Huh. Interesting. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Let's just keep rubbing. Well, somewhat. Let's move down a little. I mean, it's not like it's not sticky. Okay, that actually came pretty good. That actually is really working. Right there, okay. Maybe that's the trick of it. Not trying to rub, just trying to press. Maybe that's a better technique. But sometimes you want the whole image. I don't know. I struggle with it, guys. I really do. Okay, I actually am really pleased with how that looks. Okay, let's get this out of here. Then we are going to cure this and do the other side. And I'm going to bring this over. All right, that is the one side. Let's go ahead and top coat the other. Okay guys, I just wanted to point out to you real quick while we're making the second one that there were a couple bubbles in the surface that I didn't notice and pop before I cured it. And right now what I'm going to do is just show you how I fixed those. It's really simple. I just filed it down until the bubbles popped, filled those little holes with some PolyGel, cured them, and went on ahead and use the file to smooth everything out real nice, and that's what you see here. I'm just cleaning out those little holes. That big one right there in the middle, almost the middle. That little bit right there, that's got to get popped out. I think that's just the top of the hole that got pushed in, or top of the bubble rather. And so what we're going to do is just fill these in with a little bit of PolyGel and get them nice and cleaned up. And then we will top coat it like we did the other one after we add all the awesome little bits on the sides. I really had a wonderful time creating this palette, both these palettes. As soon as I saw Kirsty making that ring, I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn this into 2 projects because I like the palette, but not so much on my finger. I just want one that sits on the table. So, and I just think this looks so similar to the ones that you can buy at the store. And it was so simple and easy to create. It really only took a few minutes and a little bit of work and a little bit of PolyGel, and PolyGel is not that expensive, so it was super fun to do this. Let me know, guys, if you guys are going to create these in your own nail studios. I cannot wait to hear about your successes. Here I am just throwing a little polish on there so that, you know, kind of a visual of how you would use these. And you can use these to mix things together like gels or polygels, or you know, polish and glitter, whatever it is that you mix, you could definitely do that on these. They're not perfectly flat, but they are definitely flat enough to get the job done. So let me know, do you like these? Are you gonna create these? Do you have a use for these? And definitely make sure you hit all my buttons at the bottom, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.